recorded a setup video was probably 2017, I think, and for some reason you guys were freaking out over my Superman socks, and this time I'm wearing Batman socks, so we're keeping the DC train going. This is going to be a thing now. We start every single setup tour with just my feet. Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Char. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have the 2019 official setup tour. Now, the first thing I want to say to you guys is the cable management is not there. There is no cable management on my setup. I haven't got around to doing it. I meant to do it. I was waiting for some time to be able to do it, but unfortunately I need my dad to like install stuff on the wall so I can hide the cables, and that just hasn't been done yet because he's been super busy, I've been super busy, and there's that. So I don't want to see any comments complaining about the cable management. Just compliment my beautiful dressing gown instead of that, so thanks. But for real, I just recorded this entire video once, and for some reason when I put it into my Sony Vegas on my PC, it was super glitchy and there was like loads of issues with it. So I guess all in all this means I can just, you know, redo the video. It gives me a beautiful excuse to do that. So last video, when I recorded this before, I spent like 30 minutes talking over stuff. So I might be really quick to this, but there's so much to go over that I don't want to be talking for 30 minutes again. So that's the deal. But guys, I'm gonna be super quick with this and just kind of show you from the get-go. But this is my setup, guys. Okay, it's gonna be super bright because I have the studio light on over there so you guys can see everything and that the camera comes out in the best quality because I am using an iPhone 8 and I want to make sure that the quality is decent, and iPhones mostly react to good lighting. So there's that. So of course you guys want to see the PC. Yeah, that's what I'm on about. It ain't pretty, but you know, it works for me, so it's great. But yeah, this is my PC. I know the sticker on the front's coming off, so I think I'm gonna have to remove it or re-stick it or something. But this is my computer, guys. All the specs will be down below. Also, they are on my About page in case I forget to put them there. But this thing is a beast. It is super freaking tall. It's almost as tall as my like entire desk, and I could barely get it under the desk. So it stands here right by my doorway, and you know, as I walk in, it's all cool. It's all good. But yeah, this thing is mental. This case was so expensive, but honestly, it was like, I mean, it wasn't so expensive, but it was like more than your average. It was like £200 for this, but it is so good. So I'm kind of going to show you the inside of my case, but there's not a lot in it. I'm going to be real, guys. It's literally just, I'm not one of those people who freaks out over RGB RAM and all that crap. So my PC doesn't look aesthetically pleasing. It's just, it's, you know, it does the job. It's a beast. I love it. Obviously, like, the case is nice because I can control the lights on it and stuff. So if I don't want it to be pink, then I can have it other colors. There's a full color wheel on it, which I do love about it. So that's probably like the most cool thing about this. I've got like a fan controller on the top, so I can like pick which fan in my PC I want to speed up or slow down, which is also really good too. But yeah, I'll show you guys the inside of it real quick, and there's not much to it, so let's take a look. So this is the inside of my PC. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's freaking huge though. There's so much space in this computer that it's ridiculous. So on the side here I have a 200mm fan, which is on the side panel, which has like a bit of mesh here to obviously get the air out. A little bit of a window so I can still see in and whatnot. I mean, it's a decent sized window. I mean, there's my hand and like the whole freaking window there. There's another 200mm fan up there. There's another 200mm fan behind here, which you guys kind of can't see, but it's like mostly, you know, at the front there. And then down here I obviously have all my hard drives, so like clipped in there and whatnot. I don't want to mess around with it too much because it is obviously on at the moment. And then below here, this is my 1080, which has like 3 fans under that. So I don't even know if you guys can see it, but that's got like 3 fans under that, and it's pretty wild. So there's still a bit of dust in this thing, but I did kind of clean it out as best I could recently, so it is nice and beautiful for you guys. But really, I don't think the camera will ever do this justice because this case is so big, and I can literally still put so much in it. So that is the PC. I know you guys obviously want to see that first, so I thought I'd go over it. But if you ever wanted a good case, if you have loads and loads of space, I definitely recommend this one because it would be so easy to get 2 more graphics cards in there. It's insane. You could easily get water cooling in. There's like space for external tubes if you want it. The like airflow on this thing is insane. Got all these vents on the top, on the side there, on the front, obviously on the back. It is great. I love this PC. It is, you know, my beautiful baby. It does everything that I want it to, and I'm so freaking glad that I got it. Like I said, I do love my PC. Just remember that computers and tech and stuff constantly changes, so this, although my specs may still be really good, they are obviously not top end currently, so, you know, don't go out and buy my exact computer and expect it to be amazing at all the latest games. I mean, it still is. Like, it's still a great computer, but, you know, obviously, you know, I would be looking at changing things in the next 2 years personally, since I built this, so don't go out and buy this as a brand new PC and then be concerned that it stops being as great 2 years later when graphics are just getting more insane. So that's constantly happening. Next thing I'm going to go over to is my headphones. I got these not too recently, actually. I got these like 2 or 3 months ago. But they are the Logitech G4 33 headphones. They are so good. I used to use Razer Krakens before, but I swapped to these, and I'm so glad I did. Well, I mean, I kind of had to, because my Razer Krakens broke and fell apart destructively. It was terrible, but these are really nice. They're actually super lightweight because they're materialed. Yes, okay, I got a little bit of my makeup is on these. I'm gonna be real with you guys, but you can actually take these ear pads off and wash them anyway, so it's not a big deal. They also give you another set in the pack anyway. You can detach this cable. You can pretty much, I mean, these are just super easy to take around because you get extra ear pads, you can detach the cable, it's got a detachable microphone, it comes with like the headphone and mic splitters and all that stuff, a travel bag. Really good value. I got these for £50, they were cheaper than my Krakens, and I got so much more with them. So on top of that, the sound quality is great, and like I said, because they're all materialed, apart from obviously the outside, they're super lightweight, they don't feel really crushing on your head, they're really nice feeling, and the sound obviously is fantastic. So there's that. Here obviously, or on the cable, you can obviously mute the mic. You can also turn the volume up and down with this dial really easily right here. So if like my parents walk in or something, I'm like, obviously it doesn't mute my main microphone, but I can just flick the sound down and mute my mic with a hotkey, and then I don't have to faff around muting and deafening myself on Discord, and that just gets a little bit crazy, you know. Not last thing, I guess next thing I'm going to do is show you my chair. It's a little bit messy, I'm going to be real, like my cat jumps on here a lot and causes a little bit of problems. Don't mind the clutter. Don't mind the clutter, there's clutter in this room, okay? It's a small room. But this is my GT Force gaming chair. I love this thing. If you're looking for a nice chair that isn't like as expensive as a GT Omega, then go for this chair because it is super comfy, and the most important thing I wanted in a chair was padded armrests, because I had them before and I can't live without them. You can literally see where my elbows go. I have indented the armrest, so I am literally always leaning on this thing, and it's so comfy. You can see where my butt goes, you can see where my elbows are always chilling, and like I said, super comfy, really nice looking chair. They do a lot of different colours. You can have ones with the different colours on the stripes, but I went for grey because my room's grey. So moving that out of the way, I guess I'll show you the little things on the knickknacks on my desk. I have my Amazon Alexa, my Echo Dot. She might pick up, so I said, okay. Mine isn't set to wake up to Alexa. Mine's set for Echo, but she's chilling, so there's that. So I have my little dot. I had that for like my reminders or my alarms or anything. If I need to remind myself or what time I'm recording a video, then it's super useful for me. I have like a little activity, like kind of Fitbit type watch. It isn't actually a Fitbit watch, but it's like a similar thing. It's another brand, so that's useful too. Up here I have my Logitech C920 1080p webcam. This is what I use for all my videos for you guys. Obviously coupled with, I might blind you guys, coupled with the lighting over here. Okay, it actually leveled out pretty nice, but yeah, that's my lighting over there. That's my huge umbrella light, which is super useful for obviously stuff like this, where it lights up the whole room for me and I can do videos super easily. So there's that. So this webcam's nice, but there's definitely better webcams out there now. But this used to be the best webcam when I got it. I got it like 2013, so it's been a while since I've had this thing, so I would definitely get like a Logitech Brio or something moving on. But yeah, it's not too bad. So moving on to the rest of the desk here, we have my Razer Mamba Tournament Edition. Now this is a nice mouse, and when it works, it's great. But this mouse has notoriously been known for having problems with it freezing. I have had to like calibrate the mouse to my mouse pad, calibrate all the software to get this thing to stop freezing, and it still does it every now and again, but I definitely wouldn't buy it again. I do like it because I had a Def Adder and it's a slightly nicer design than the Def Adder, but it just, I don't know man, it's just had a few problems, but all in all, it works most of the time, so I can't really complain too much about it, but it's alright, so there's that. And then moving on to the rest of the stuff, I have a Titanwolf, pretty much max size mouse pad, which is freaking huge. It like covers like most of my desk, and my desk is like from IKEA. It was like a £25 tabletop, £2.50 legs a piece, and I have 4 legs, so that's basically what my desk is. It's 1.5 meters. Apologies if you can hear my parents talking to the dog downstairs. There's not a lot I can do about it. It's their house, so I can't really tell them to not talk, but this is my favorite thing. So I got this keyboard yesterday, and I've been talking a lot about this on Twitter, but this is my Pro 2 60% keyboard. Now, if you don't know what a 60% keyboard is, compare it to the one above. This is 60% of a keyboard. So, you know, we've got this main slab of like all the stuff we need, and then this has all the extra keys for all the other stuff you may need it for. But this keyboard is beautiful. So obviously this keyboard did not come like this. it came as like a white, you know, stock keyboard with, it does have LEDs, but I'm not using them. I'm not a big fan of them on this keyboard. I think it ruins my custom keycaps I have. But yeah, it did come with like stock switches. Oh, I keep saying switches, I said this in my last one. It did come with stock keycaps, which did have a shine through on them, or were transparent letters so you could see the LEDs. But since I'm not using it, it doesn't matter to me. So this is an AM Pro 2, like I said, with Aiko X Ducky custom keycaps, which are so nice. They're all pink and beautiful, and I love it. And the sun, I mean, it's just so nice. I mean, look at this spacebar, guys. Just take that in. That is a beautiful spacebar. It is so nice. It's got like a cherry blossom tree around it. I am using my phone, so I'm having to manually focus, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, this doesn't have cherry switches in it, which most keyboards or mechanical keyboards have cherry switches in it. This has a switch called a Kailh box switch. But yeah, Kailh box switches are like a kind of remake of cherry switches. They remade them or ripped them off kind of, but they actually did it a lot better than cherry did. So these aren't your like standard like cross looking or plus looking sign switches. They have a little box around them. You can go and kind of look them up, but they're really nice. They have a lot of stability on them. They have, in some cases, I have red switches in mine, so these sound a little bit different to your cherry switches. I think they actually sound nicer, and they have a quicker response on the click, or a travel distance, I guess you technically call it, and they're really nice. So this is what it sounds like. I'll give you a quick, I guess, one-handed type test so that you can hear a little bit of what it sounds like. So there's that. It's really nice. It sounds really, really good, and it just feels really nice to type on. And obviously with it being 60%, the reason I like it is because I play on a really low DPI on my mouse, so I'm constantly like all over the place with my mouse. So I found that I had an issue where I just kept smacking my mouse into my keyboard despite all this space still. So to have the smaller size over here, I can put it right over there and then have all of that mouse space and never have a problem with it. Obviously, I don't record with this keyboard, and I did actually buy this braided cord for it as well. It usually comes with a black and red one, but I bought a pink one because I thought it would match really nice. I mean, it does. It looks really, really smart. But I guess the best thing about this keyboard is the fact that I can just kind of push it over to the side like that. It's really not in the way, it's so small. So this is the keyboard that I actually record with. A little bit dirtier. This is the one that got milk spilt in it. So this is my Corsair Strafe RGB Cherry MX Silent keyboard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is a little bit dustier and dirtier than the other one because I use it, you know, mainly to record, and I did kind of, you know, spill milk in it, so that's that. I did try to clean it up, but unfortunately, you know, you can't always save everything. But this is the keyboard that I thought broke and actually now works. So this has, like I said, a Cherry MX silent switches in it. What these are designed for is to basically make the keys sound silent, or to sound as silent as possible when you're gaming. So when you're like typing on them, they sound like a membrane keyboard. They have a sound to them, obviously. They're gonna have a sound, they're keys, you're pressing them down. So this is what this one sounds like. So obviously it's not as loud, but the main part is obviously if I'm running around in Minecraft and I'm holding these buttons down, you basically can't really hear me pressing these in comparison to if I was just walking around with that. You'd hear that obviously. So this is what I used to record with. It's a much, obviously it's the full size keyboard because I do use like my numpad keys and stuff for recording buttons and hotkeys. If I'm editing, I like to have all the keys available to me. So that is the keyboard that I use to record for you guys. It's quiet, I can edit with it, it works perfect, and you know, this is more of my personal use gaming keyboard, a bit smaller, a bit more try-hardy I guess, so I can, I don't know, fling my mouse all over the place. But yeah, that's the keyboards and the mouse and all that good stuff. So this is already a 17-minute video. There's just no way I'm like going over this slowly. So this is going to be like a long video, but I hope you appreciate the attention to detail, I guess. So moving on, we obviously have my monitors. We have some other stuff on the desk real quick. So I have a wireless charger on my desk. I have my old iPhone 6, and then there's my carrying case for my external hard drive, which you'll see after. But I just wanted to, you know, clarify the things under the monitors. So all my monitors are mounted on a 3-mount stand, obviously, or 3-monitor mount. The base of the stand is obviously right there, but the other two are mounted up in the air. The side two are my first 2 monitors I ever had. So these are just like iiyama, like 24-inch monitors. I don't even remember the models of these. I think this one's on it. So this is an X2 377 HDS. But this is my first ever monitor I got for gaming, or just for my first ever gaming PC. And it obviously works great. So this one I tend to tilt in a lot more than the other one. You can probably see because I tend to watch, you know, all my shows on this one. I prefer looking to the left for my shows, so I have it on a harsher tilt, so when I'm playing on this one, I can see my shows so much better on that one. This one is like another iiyama 24-inch monitor. Again, this was the second monitor I ever got, and the reason they're not the same one is because I couldn't get the first one again, so I went for another second one that was a bit nicer. What I'll probably do eventually is change the two side ones to the same kind of model Asus one of these, but the 24-inch version of this, because if you couldn't tell, this middle monitor is a 27-inch monitor, and these two side monitors are 60 Hz, by the way, but the middle monitor is my baby. I love this one. I got it not too long ago. I've had it for like the last like 8 months, I think. And it's so good, honestly. So like I said, this is a 27-inch Asus monitor. It is 144 Hz, which if you don't know how much of a big deal that is, I mean, there's obviously higher Hz monitors, but when you go from a 60 Hz monitor to a 144, everything on a 144 Hz is so crisp. It is so nice, it makes gaming so beautiful, and obviously with the 27-inch, the much bigger screen, I love how much more attention I get on the bigger screen, how much just kind of bigger everything is in general. It's so much easier to focus on a bigger screen, and I don't think I could go back to playing on a smaller screen again, honestly. I do honestly love this one. These ones are great for like Chrome and Spotify and shows and stuff, but this one just makes gaming such a great experience. So I'll go around the back real quick and show you the mount. So the mount is actually quite far forward at the moment. As you can see, it's like pulled right up to the mouse mat, but it's actually a little bit still far from the back of the desk. So this is the monitor mount with obviously all 3 of the monitors on it. The arms swing out, I can adjust them, I can even rotate them, put them vertical, do what I want with them, which is super cool. And obviously, you know, it's just a really, really easy way of getting extra space on the desk under the screens, putting things down there. And the bases just, if I had the bases on, they'd come all the way out to here and it would be so annoying. So this alternative is so, so nice. But while I'm at the back of my desk, I guess I better show you guys my speakers. I have these like Logitech 30-pound speakers that I got. I don't even remember what they were called, but they're pretty standard speakers, but they work really great. So I have one at each side of the desk, and no, the sound isn't muffled or bad because they're behind the monitors. Obviously, I have no choice putting them behind the monitors because all the space is filled out on my desk with the monitors all the way over like this. But yeah, they sound great. So if you're ever looking for a good pair of speakers, I'm sure you could just search Logitech speakers and you'd find these ones pretty quick. So they can go really, really loud. I don't think I ever turn them up above like there, which is like just before halfway. So yeah, these things are super, super loud. And so next thing I'm gonna move on to is of course the microphone, the thing that you guys constantly hear me talking into. It's my AT2020 USB plus microphone. Yeah, okay, it's got a little bit of dirt on it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Things are dirty. Get over it. It's okay. It's okay, microphone. You'll get over it. But yeah, this microphone is fantastic. If you're looking out to start YouTube, honestly, I would recommend getting one of these. They're super easy to get on a mount. Like, these are pretty much compatible with any mount at this point. Any shock mount, anything like that. I started with a Blue Yeti and instantly regretted it. It just broke every stand I had, and since I moved to this thing a few years back, it's honestly been great. So what I have this on, or what I have this currently, okay, I have a cat, so everything just gets cat hair on it, and it's a problem. I have to lint roll my mouse mat as well, so if you see cat hairs, like, it's okay. You'll live. You'll get over it. So I have a foam pop guard on top of this, mostly to stop the pop sounds. Some of you guys might think this is disgusting, but it's completely true, and this has to be done. So the foam pop guard stops the pop sounds, mostly. The external Windtech pop filter I have is pretty much a spit guard. If you spit, obviously when you're talking, you can't help it if you just kind of spit sometimes. Obviously, I don't want that to just soak into the foam, so I have this extra pop filter, mostly as well to stop the pop sounds into the microphone, but more specifically to stop any spit going into the foam. This thing just covers it. It's like a spit guard. It protects the whole thing. It's an extra layer of pop filter. It works really great, and I honestly do love it. And this thing currently has like a standard shock mount that I bought on Amazon, and it is currently mounted to a Rode PSA-1 mic stand. I do love this mic stand. It's super flexible. I mean, you can literally just, I can just throw my microphone all the way up into the freaking sky, dude. It's honestly great. I do love it. It's a bit on the pricier side, but I definitely recommend it. So if you're after a good, you know, decent mic stand that you want to spend a little bit of extra money on to make sure it doesn't break or anything, go for this. It's really good. And typically if I'm recording for you guys, obviously I'll swing the microphone out like there and talk like right there. My chair's in the way if you can hear that. Let's just move that out of the way. But yeah, I typically have it like say there when I'm talking into it, but if I obviously don't want to have it right in front of me, I just put it up there, out the way, do all my gaming and whatnot, and have a chill time. I'm just gonna glance over my shelf because there's so much on here and I really don't want to be talking for any longer, so I just have a bunch of my manga and stuff on here. I have my sub to Char sign, and I do want to go over this shelf because this is the important shelf. So this is my cable guys shelf. I love this shelf so much. If you guys don't know, I've done a bunch of videos showing off some other products from Exquisite Gaming before, which is super awesome. I absolutely love them. So I have the Spyro cable guy holding my PS4 controller, which is the one that came with my PS4, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And then I have a Crash over here holding my my special Xbox One pink controller, which I absolutely love. These guys are great. If you haven't seen them before, they hold your controllers, they can hold your phones, and they have some bigger versions of these guys that, or some of these guys anyway, they can hold like Nintendo Switches as well. So they are super, super cool. I have a mini one, which was from one of the big boxes they did. I have Deadpool at the back, and I have the Ruin from Black Ops at the back as well. I definitely need more controllers, more phones, more things for these guys to hold, because they are so cool, and I just want an excuse to have more of them all over my shelf. If you guys want to check these out, you can just basically go on Amazon quite easily and search Cable Guys. You'll find them pretty quick. If not, just search Cable Guys controller holder or something like that. I'm sure you'll find them. They are absolutely incredible. Make sure you go and check out Exquisite Gaming if you see them, because they are doing some new cable guys, I believe, soon, and there's some really, really awesome designs coming out. There's more Sonic stuff coming out. There's some Disney stuff coming out, as far as I know, that I've seen them tweet about. So it is going to be super awesome. So just finishing off the shelf here, I have all my Funko Pops down here as well, or at least a bunch of them. And then this is my favorite shelf. This is my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shelf. It is my favorite TV show of all time. I have the license plate for the actual Corvette in real life that this guy's driving. It's Coulson. I have Coulson in his car, Lola, Daisy Johnson, Agent May, a replica lanyard from season 2, and then obviously, you know, it's just a big nerd fest over here. So I'm gonna go under the desk, but before I go under the desk, I haven't shown you guys the lights, which I do actually have under my desk and at the back of my desk. So bear with me 1 second, I'm gonna turn those on. Alright, so there we go, guys. We got the LEDs on. I do have LEDs around the back of my desk. Obviously I have the big light on, so they're kind of shining over it a bit. But I do have them under here as well. And to the side of my PC, I do have my PlayStation 4 with my 1TB external Western Digital, or I guess it's my 1TB Western Digital external hard drive over here. It's absolutely wonderful. I just have this thing like round the pole so that it stays in place here. But yeah, this is my PS4. I got this recently, but I didn't realize recently they made it so that all the standard PS4s now are actually the model of the PS4 Slim. So this is technically like a PS4 Slim, but it's currently in like a little slim stand which can charge your controllers on it. I just have my hard drive there because honestly, if I'm charging my controller, I just tend to charge it in my PC anyway, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, I had this off the ground mostly because I get a lot of like dust and like cat hair and stuff, and I really don't want anything sitting in that. Like my PC is elevated, this is elevated, and it's all just kind of getting it out the way. Like this is also my extension lead with the horrible cable management that I was going on about. Okay, it looks worse here, but like that's just off one thing. So that's just like unnecessary length of cable because the PC and stuff is right there. So not what I can do about that. This is what I use for my internet. These are just little hardwire Ethernet boxes. There's one, I've actually plugged it out because I have had to put the LEDs back in, and this doesn't like fit under here. It gets in the way, I think. No, it actually does fit under there, I guess. I think it was the other way around, it didn't work, but I'll plug my internet back in a minute. But yeah, this is surge protected. It's great, so I highly recommend getting a surge protected one if you are a big avid gamer, because you don't want anything to get damaged if there's a power surge. So that's really, I guess, last thing I'm really going to go over, honestly, in the setup is probably my mini fridge. Now, hi, how's it going today? So I do actually love my mini fridge. Get myself out of frame. You guys already know it, guys, because I don't want to show my face. I look disgusting. But yeah, this is my mini fridge. It's a massive, like, it's a lot bigger than it, I mean, it's quite big, to be fair. I didn't think it was going to be this big, but it's like a proper big, like, bar mini fridge. It's not even that mini, honestly. It's like one, like a proper half-size fridge you would take in a uni dorm or something. But yeah, it's a full glass door. Bar mini fridge. It can hold like 40 cans and like 12 bottles of wine or something, or 12 just bottles anyway, which is insane to me. There's not really a lot in it at the moment. I tend to keep snacks in it, like food on the top shelf, so if I open it up, you guys can kind of see it is black in here, so you probably won't see a lot, but I tend to keep like my cans on the bottom and then like my snacks up here. So it's not on at the moment because there's not really anything in it that's worth refrigerating right now. I don't know why I just shook the camera. Shooketh! I don't really have any drinks right now that are worth refrigerating, so I haven't got it on, and I don't really have any snacks that I, you know, it's worth putting the fridge on for. Like, there's 2 or 3 different snacks I have downstairs, but to be honest, they might as well stay in the main fridge, because all I'm going to do is eat them in, like, a day, and then I'm going to have to just turn the fridge off again, so kind of dumb. So I do have a thermostat in this thing because it doesn't come with one on it. Obviously it's not on, so there's no point. But yeah, this is my fridge. It's freaking awesome, dude. I mean, this is great in the summer because if you ever want a cold drink, man, you're like, oh man, it's so cold, and it's like, it's so hot, and it gets so hot in my room because, like, my room is so small that I love this thing because it just saved my life last summer. It was brilliant. So it kept everything cold, keeps all my food cold, and it's wonderful. But I think that is honestly it, guys. There's not really much more I can go over. And I don't want to bore you guys with all the crazy details and everything. Like, I have another keyboard down here, and I have my old mouse mat, but there's no point showing that stuff. Like, I guess I'll show you the keyboard, but it's pretty disgusting. It's a really old keyboard. It's my Ducky. It is mechanical. It's got loads of different key switches in it. It's kind of cool. Go check it out. It's in my other sub tours if you want to go see it. I pretty much shot off properly because I used to use it back then, but I don't really use it anymore, so there's no point me really going fully over it again. Yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed this setup tour, smash a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. I know it's a really long video, but I really like to go over stuff so you know everything about why I bought things. And if you're actually interested in buying these things yourself, then of course you can go and, you know more about them and know more about what you want. I hope this helps some of you guys out, and if you couldn't tell, I'm a massive Marvel nerd because I have stuff all over my wall, which is, you know, there's that. Marvel DC Comics, I'm absolutely obsessed. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like I said, smash a like on it if you have enjoyed, and let me know what else you want to see on the channel, and I will see you in the next video on the channel, guys. Bye! Wait, I'm waving away from you. Bye!